How different is it, Marco, when you can go to, if someone had been struggling, as a lot of people predicted they would this season, say they'd been in the relegation zone or just above it, or they were 6 points adrift even, or whatever, then you go to a game like this, and there's almost a sense of desperation because you're scrapping for those points. How different is it then if you can go to a game like this in a position like the one they're in now?
Well, you just strut in the place, don't you? I mean, I think football, like all sport, is about confidence. Is one of the biggest factors. You can be the same players. In 6 months' time, there might be, we might be talking differently about them. But at the moment, they've got the strut, they've got the confidence to walk into a place and any stadium and think, well, okay, lads, what have you got for us today? Because we can handle just about anything. And it doesn't always come off, but I think that it is a huge part of the mentality, and also in general, we've heard about the spirit in the camp and the togetherness and all. It's been a big part of the season so far, but that also comes from working hard together. On the training ground, you have to really put everything into it, and in every session. And even those players that haven't been playing regularly, they've got to be doing that to keep the standards high. And that seems to be the feedback we're getting, and the transposing that onto the football field on a match day as well, which is obviously the most important thing of any team, really. You can have the strut, you can have all the confidence during the week. Quite often when you see teams that are on losing streaks, they'll say we've trained better than we've trained all season, and I'm disappointed that we didn't, we only got a draw out of this game. That's quite an often, comment by managers in the Premier League. But realistically, the thing that keeps you going is your position in the table. The thing that really gets you, gives you the full confidence is knowing that if you lose this week, and maybe even if you lose the week after, you're still going to be, what are we, 12 or 13 points above the relegation zone, even more.
Because it's hard to see a Leeds, Burnley, West Ham, Wolves. I can't conceivably see them all suddenly going on a 4 or 5 match winning streak. So I think that they've always got that at the back of their minds. I think that the teams that are struggling at the bottom are not going to go on.
I mean, Leeds have picked up, haven't they, a little bit?
Yeah,
they have,
Leeds have picked up a bit, but but you're right.
Play Leeds on the 28th,
and they can't all pick up because they play each other. So
no.
they take points
exactly.
off each other as well. Still, people are messaging in Derek Jacobi. They're certain you've seen him, Barty. It definitely wasn't.
It's not. Definitely not Derek Jacobi.
Stop suggesting him. Ian says it was Tim Allen from the Santa Claus. It was him.
No,
wasn't Tim Allen. Was it?
No, it wasn't. No.
Was it Simon Russell Beale? I had to look him up.
No, it wasn't him either. No.
Okay. Okay.
It's very, very frustrating. It is.
Was it somebody with the sort
annoying
of gravitas of the people that have been mentioned? Was it somebody in that category?
Not quite on that level.
A slightly lower echelon.
But you wouldn't be at all surprised to see him on mainstream British TV or in a sort of Notting Hill comedy.
Kelsey
film,
Grammer.
That sort of.
English actor, did you say?
No, he wasn't American. He was English. He's definitely English.
He just happens to live in New York or spend some of his time there. That's
He's
the
one of
clue
those,
that we've got.
Spends time there.
Spends time in New York. Sunderland's women have a critical match, don't they, against Ipswich on Sunday?
Yes, bottom club Ipswich, only 4 points separate them now. There was a spate of ill health and injuries last weekend. Head coach Mel Ray, though, has a stronger squad from which to pick this weekend, with critically Emily Scarr and striker Eleanor Dale available.
Rihanna will miss out.